children is not new to me. I know it. Well, you all are sick, yet sick, not one so sick as I. Your pain is single, each to each. It does not breed. Mine is treble anguish, crying out for the city, for myself, for you.
It was no man asleep you woke. Ah, no. But one in bitter tears.
And one perplexed in thought, found wandering, who clutched the only remedy that came to send the son of Menoikeus, Creon, my own Neocastor's brother, to the place Apollo haunts at Pythia, to learn what act or covenant of mine could still redeem the state. I count the days. His time is up. He does not come. He should be here. But when he comes, the instant he arrives, whatsoever he shall tell me from the god, that I must follow to the end, or I am damned. Royal brother, what news? What mandate, son of Menoikeus, from the mouth of the god?
Favorable. I'd even say our wounds, Apollo's bidding done, will issue into blessings.
Which means? You leave me half in hope, half buried in despair.
Will you hear it publicly? I'm ready. Oh, shall we go inside?
Speak out to all. It's much more theirs than mine, or more my own than my own soul.
Very well, then.
Here is what the god has said. The Prince Apollo openly enjoins on us to sever from the body politic a monstrous growth that battens there. Stop feeding that which festers.
By what treatment? How applied?
By banishment, or death for death. The city frets with someone's blood.
Whose? Is the unhappy man not named?
Laius, sire. The man who was king in days before you ruled.
A man I never saw.
A murdered man. And now, clearly is required the just blood of his assassins.
But where on this earth are they? Where does one begin to search the long-lost traces of forgotten crime?
Here, says the god. Seek, and you shall find. Only that escapes, which never was pursued.
Where did Laius meet his violent death?
He planned a pilgrimage, he said, and so left home, never to return again.
He went alone. No companions, no witnesses who could furnish a report.
Dead. All dead but one, who fled in panic. And he tongue-tied, save on a single point.
What point? Tell it! Clues breed clues, and we must snatch at straws.
This man insists that highwaymen attacked the king. Not one, but many, and they cut him down.
Highwaymen? No highwayman would be so bold.
Unless someone here tempted him with bribes.
So we thought. But with Laius gone, we were sunk in miseries and no one stirred. His death went unavenged.
What miseries could ever let you leave unsolved the death and downfall of a king?
Sir, it was the siren sphinx of riddles, who sang us from the shadowed past to what was sorely present.
Then I'll go back and drag that shadowed past to light again. A search which you and I together will pursue. My designs could not be suited more to avenge my God and country at one stroke. Ah, not from any far-flung friend, but by myself and for myself, I'll break this plague. Well, who knows? Tomorrow, the selfsame murderer may turn his bloody hands on me. The cause of Laius, therefore, is my own. So, rise up, children. Hurry! Go! Summon all thieves! I am resolute.
With Apollo's help, we shall not fail, but will all blessedly emerge.
What god-golden voice from the gold-studded shrine of the Pytho comes to our glorious Thebes?
My spirit is tremulous, racked with its eagerness.
Help! Healer of Delos, Paean, I'm fainting with fear of what fate you will fashion me now, or turn in the turning of time.
Speak to me, Oracle, child everlastingly sprung from hope so goldenly.
Come! I call on you first.
God's daughter, immortal Athena.
Then on your sister, Earth's guardian, Artemis, ringed round with praises, enthroned in our square.
And far-shooting Phoebus.
You three that are champions, swift to deliver, appear.
For if ever the fire of disaster reared on the city, you beat its affliction away.
Then come. Make yourselves ready today. Soul after soul, like fire,
Beats upward, soaring to the god of the setting sun. Shriveled soil and shrinking wombs in childbirth shrieking.
A decimated city, dying, and deadly the dead, all lying uncried for.
But crying matrons and mothers graying at every altar,
Praying till the chiming sorrow of dirges is splintered by shouts of the Paean, "Rescue!"
O golden daughter of Zeus, with your smile.
Muffle the wildfire Mars, warring with copper-hot fever.
Whirl him back homeward, and headlong.
Plunge him down from our shores.
For oh, what night has spared us, he does at break of day.
Sun golden champion, Apollo.
Let us sing the song of your arrows, shot from the bow of the sun, while Artemis,
Blazing with torches, courses the Lycian mountains.
and you,
O Theban Bacchus,
Wine-blushed,
Xanthic crowned,
you smiling god of succor. Come, O torchlit,
flaring,
come wheeling with your maenads.
fall on the god that is godless.
You're praying. Then listen. What you pray for, you can have. if you'll hear my plan. A plan to stop the plague. I speak, of course, as stranger to the story and stranger to the crime. Helpless, therefore, to track it down unless you give me clues. But since I am your latest citizen, speaking among citizens, I dare to challenge all you Thebans with the following. Does any man among you know who killed Laius, son of Labdacus? Son of Labdacus! Such a one I now command to tell me everything. To tell me everything. If self-incrimination keeps him silent, let him be assured he need fear nothing worse than banishment. And is any man aware the murder was committed by someone from another land? Let him not be shy to say it. I shall heap rewards on him, and Thebes, her blessings. What? Silent still. If anyone is out to shield a guilty friend, or is it guilty self, he would best listen to the penalties I plan. That man, whoever that man be, I, this country's reigning king, cut off from every fellowship of speech and contact, sacrifice and sacrament, even ritual touch of water in this realm. Thrust out from every home, he'll be the very picture of that pestilence God's oracle at Pythia has just revealed to me. Yes, such an ally, nothing less, am I of both religion and the murdered man. As to the killer, who has slipped away, be he one or many men, I now call down a life to fit a life dragged out in degradation. And even if I myself should prove myself to harbor him at home, then on myself I call down all the curses I have just invoked, and you will see to it that every item is fulfilled. That every item is fulfilled for my sake. For the god Apollo, for this land, so fruitless now and so cast off by heaven, for even without the god's express command, how could you find it in you to neglect a monarch's death and not pursue this ending to the best of men, whose very scepter I hold in my hands as king? His marriage bed, my bed of seed. Our children even shared with share of her, had he been blessed with progeny. I shall not rest till I have traced the hand that slew the son of Labdacus, the son of Polydorus, heir to Cadmus in the line of ancient Agenor. And those who disobey, I'll ask the gods to curse with fields that never sprout and wombs that bear no young. Let them waste and burn away as in this present plague. The rest of you, my loyal men of Thebes, who think with me, may justice and the whole of heaven help.
Sire, the oath you offer me, I gladly take. I swear I am not the killer, nor can I tell you who the killer is. Apollo posed the problem. Let Apollo point the culprit out.
Most certain. But who can force the hand of heaven?
The next best thing, if I may say.
Next best, third best, say it, anything.
There lives a man who with a king's eye sees the secrets of a king. Tiresias of Apollo. He is our source. Our chance of learning, sire.
No, do not think that I've been idle there. Twice I have sent for him at Creon's bidding. I cannot understand what keeps him so.
We can dismiss those haunting rumors now.
Rumors? I must hear them all.
How he met his death through traveling vagabonds.
Yes, I've heard that too. We have no witnesses, however.
And he'd be a brazen man indeed who could rest unnerved by all your menaces.
Mere words will not stay one whom murder never could.
And yet, there is a man who could reveal the criminal.
Come, great mystic, Tiresias. Intuitive, didactic master of the finite and the infinite, sole temple of incarnate truth on earth. Though you cannot see it, you must surely feel the overwhelming weight of all this city's woes. You are our last refuge, prophet, and our help. The god Apollo has sent an answer to us saying, no deliverance from the plague unless you seek and find the Laius killers and punish such with death or banishment. Now, sir, do not begrudge the smallest hint your skill from birds or any other omen can elicit. Save yourself, the city, and save me. Save us from this whole corruption of the dead. We're in your hands.
Anguish to be wise when wisdom is a loss. Oh, send me home. Take up your load, and I'll take mine.
It's no loyal answer. Refuse to speak. We ask you, all of us, do not deny us what you know.
All ignorant. No, I refuse to link my wisdom with a downfall such as yours.
What you know and will not say? You'd rather sacrifice us all and let the city rot?
I'd rather save us both from pain.
You miserable old man, you'd fire a stone to fury. Still refuse, your flinty heart set in hopeless stubbornness?
Your flinty heart. You would not chide me so if you could see what lurks in yours.
Hear that? What man alive, I ask, could stand such insults to our sovereignty and state?
It will all out in time.
Out in time? Then why not say it now?
I've said enough. Your hand, boy.
You! You planned this thing! And I suspect you of the very murder, even, over the actual stroke. And if you had your eyes, I'd say that you yourself had done the deed.
Would you so? Then I shall charge you to abide with that same curse you hurl at me.
You dare to think you're safe?
The truth has made me strong.
What truth?
You force it out of me. That you and your most dearly loved are wrapped together in a hideous sin. Blind to the horror of it.
You, Oedipus, you yourself, murdered the man whose murderer you seek.
You can't hurt me, you night-hatched thing. Not me or any man who lives in light.
I'm not the one fate casts for your fall. Apollo is enough.
Creon. Was it you or he who thought of that?
Creon? I'm not Creon's myrmidon. I serve the god Apollo.
So this is what he wants. Creon, the loyal. Creon, so long, my friend. Stealing up to overthrow and snatch. Suborning sorcerers, this hawking conjurer, a genius born blind with eyes for gain. Yes, you! Tell me when you ever played the prophet straight. Or why, when the she-dog Sphinx of riddles sang, you never spoke a thing to break the spell. But I, the Oedipus who stumbled here, could snuff her out with human wit, not taking cues from birds. And I'm the one you want to topple down to give yourself a place by Creon's throne. Do not be surprised if exorcism turns and exorcises you and him. For were you not as doting as you seem, I'd lash you with the lessons of your fraud.
Forgive us, Oedipus, but this is anger. He spoke in anger too, and both beside the point. What we want to know is how to carry out the gods' designs.
Blind. He mocks at me for that.
What keeps you here? Go! Go to your damnation.
Blind. You see and still are blind. Appallingly. Blind to your origins. Blind to a union in your house. You do not guess what hate is dormant there, or buried with your dear ones dead, or how a mother's and a father's curse shall scourge you with its double thongs and whip you staggering from the land. First ask from whence you came, and then call down abuses and everything that I and Creon say. No man alive shall see his life so ground away.
I never thought to listen to such ranted folly.
The parents you were born from thought me wise.
Parents? Wait!
Who were my parents?
This single day shall furnish you a birthday and a death. I tell you this. The man you seek for the murder of King Laius, that man, I say, is here. A stranger, it was thought. A stranger. Soon you shall see him openly displayed, a Theban born, and shattered by the honor. Blind instead of seeing. A beggar, he who once was rich, banished to distant lands, tapping his way in exile with a stick. Oh, yes. Detected in his very heart of home, his children's father and their brother, son and husband of his mother, dead rival to his father, and assassin. Ponder this and go inside. And when you think you've caught me in a lie, then come and tell me I'm not fit to prophesy.
Show me the man, the speaking stone from Delphi, damned.
Whose hands in Carnadine achieved the master stroke of master murdering.
Faster than horses that beat on the wind, he must fly.
The son of Zeus, caparisoned in light, and fire is on his heels.
The pack of sure-footed fates will track him down. A voice that coruscates from high Parnassian snows leaps down like light, crying, near or far, find the undiscovered murderer.
Apollo to the hunt will run the man to earth, through savage woods and stony caverns. A lone wounded bull he limps, lost and alone, dodging living echoes from the mantic earth
that sting
and gad around him. Terrible auguries tear me and trouble me.
The seer's divining.
I cannot assent.
I cannot deny.
Deserted by words.
I hover on hopes.
All blind for today and blind for tomorrow.
A division between the house of Laius and Polybus' son. Today or yesterday I never knew, nor know of a quarrel or a reason or challenge to challenge the fame of Oedipus.
Though I seek to avenge the curious death of the Labdacid king.
Zeus and Apollo are wise and discern the conditions of man.
But oh, among men,
Where is there proof that a prophet can know more than me, a man? And yet,
Wisdom can surpass wisdom in a man. But nevertheless, I'll not be quick to judge before the proof.
For once the winged and female Sphinx challenged him and found him sage and a friend of the city. So never, in my mind at least, shall he be guilty of crime.
good citizens, I hurry here, shocked into your presence by a monstrous charge laid on me by Oedipus the king. If he thinks, in all this turmoil of our times, that any word or act of mine was ever done in malice, done to harm, I'd rather end my life than live so wronged. For this is not a trifling calumny, but full catastrophe to find myself called traitor. Traitor to my town, to you, and to my friends.
We are convinced the taunt was made in anger, not coolly uttered by a mind at calm.
It was uttered then. Said that I have got the seer to tell a tale of lies.
It was said. We cannot fathom why.
But said with steady eyes, steady mind, this onslaught made against my name?
I do not know. What my master does, I do not see.
What? You again? You dare come back? Have the face to put your foot inside my door. You, the murderer, self-proved, the self-condemned filcher of my throne. In heaven's name, what cowardice or lunacy did you detect in me to give you courage for it? Did you think that I would never spot such treachery? Or that when I did, I'd not be one to fight? What madman's game is this to go out hunting thrones without a following or friends? When thrones are only won with much support or bought?
Please. Let me speak too. And when you've heard me, judge.
Well, you're too good at talking, and I'm too slow at hearing words so full of poisonous intent.
That's precisely what I would dispute.
Your innocence, I take it? Precisely what I will not hear.
You're very much mistaken, sir, if you think this stubbornness is needful.
And you, sir, have made a grave mistake to think that hurting relatives can do no harm.
How have I hurt you?
Did you or did you not urge me to send for that reverend, benighted seer?
I did. And still I think that I did right.
Tell me, how long is it since Laius...
Laius, what?
Disappeared, died, was mysteriously dispatched. Old calendars, long past, would tell us that.
And was this prophet in his practice then?
He was, and just as wise, just as honored.
Did he at any time then speak of me?
No, at least never in my hearing.
And you did nothing to investigate the death of Laius?
A full inquiry, and nothing learned.
Why did the all-seeing seer not tell his story then?
That I cannot answer for, and shall not venture an opinion. I cannot answer that. I do not know.
Oh, you could answer very well, at least upon one point.
What point is that? If I know, I shall declare it.
Just this.
The prophet fixed on me the death of Laius, precisely at your prompting.
What prompted him?
Only you can tell.
Now, I should like to ask some questions, too, and you can do the answering.
Ask away. You will not find a murderer.
Well, then,
Are you married to my sister?
I am. Why should I deny it?
And reign equally with her over all the realm?
Yes, I do my best to carry out her wishes.
And of this unit, do I make an equal third?
Exactly. Which is why you make so false a friend.
No. Try to reason it, as I must reason it. First, ask yourself, who would choose the troubles of a crown with no repose and peace when he could have that self-same power without? I would not covet kingship for itself when I can be a king by other means. Who would? Who knows what wisdom is? All my ambitions now are satisfied through you without anxiety, but once a king, all hedged in by constraint. I'm not so simple as to grasp the symbols of sovereignty and power when I can have the sweet reality without, to enjoy the fact untrammeled by the image, surely is pure gain. Now smiled upon by all, saluted now drawn aside by suitors to the king, my ear, their door to hope. Why should I let this go, this ease, and reach for cares? A mind at peace does not engender wars. So, treason never was my bent. Nor I a man who parleys with an anarchist. Test me. Go to Delphi. Ask if I have brought back lies for prophecies. And do not stop. But if you find me plotting with a fortune teller, take me, kill me, full indicted on a double, not a single count, not yours alone, but mine. Oh, do not judge me on a mere report, unheard. No justice brands the good and justifies the bad. Drive friendship out, I say, and you drive out life itself, one's sweetest friend. Time will teach you well. The honest man needs time. The sinner, but a single day to bear his crime.
He speaks well, sir. The circumspect should care. Swift thinking never makes sure thought.
Swift thinking must step in to parry where swift treachery steps into plot. Must I hold my peace until his perfect plans are more than match for mine?
Then what is it you want? My banishment?
Banishment? Yes, that. Though I would rather see you dead.
So adamant, so full of disbelief.
Only a fool could put his trust in you.
And you think you are wise?
Wise for myself, at least. Then why not for me as well? What, for a born traitor?
Princes,
what if
please.
you are wrong? Wrong, perhaps, but reigning still. Yes, reigning fool.
Your caster, the queen.
My own poor thieves.
My city, too!
You must compose your...
Sirs! Sirs, you most misguided man. Shame on your shouting at each other. How can you wrangle over private wrongs which thieves our city in her agony? Come back home, sir, you, and Creon, you, into your house. Stop turning petty grievances into public scandal.
Grievances, my sister. Oedipus, your husband, means to do me devilish harm with choice of dooms. Exile from my father's land or death.
Yes, my wife. I've caught him, plotting against my very person.
May the gods curse me if I be guilty in the smallest part of what you charge.
In the gods' name, listen, Oedipus, listen! He's made an oath to heaven for me and for us all.
Believe her, king.
Believe. Be willing to be wise.
Believe.
What, you'd have me yield?
He never told you lies before.
He swore.
Be kind. Do you know for what you plead?
We know.
Explain.
Do not impeach a friend or lead him to disgrace. His oath annulled upon a word.
It's come to this. My banishment or death preferred to what you want for him?
No. By Helios, no. God of the primal sun, call gladless death upon me, godless, friendless, if that be in my mind. The dying land destroys me. Discord heaped on sadness, now to see you and him combine in madness.
Well, let him go! Even if I go abundantly to die, or flown from here in exile. Yours, not his, the cry that breaks me. He, the things hated,
Yes. How you hate. Even in your yielding. But passion spent, remorse will follow.
Madam, why delay to lead him out?
I stay to know.
Hot and hasty words, suspicion and dismay.
From both?
From both.
What words?
You own, I hope, you mealy-minded men of leniency, to what a pass appeasements brought you, blunting me.
Sire, I've said it more than once, how insensate we'd be, what crass and total fools to abdicate from you, who set this foundering ship, this suffering realm back on her course, and now again can take the helm.
In the God's name, Oedipus, inform me too what in the world has worked you to this rage.
It's Creon! He has played me false.
What's the charge? Tell me clearly. What's the quarrel?
He makes me murderer of Laius.
His own invention or on evidence?
Ah, the fox. He sends along a mouthing seer and keeps his own lips safe and pure.
Oh, then, altogether put behind those cares and be persuaded and consoled. There is no art of foreseeing known to men. I have my proof, yes. Short and certain proof. Once, long ago, there came to Laius from, let us not suppose Apollo personally, but from his ministers, an oracle which said that fate would make him meet his end through a son, the son of his and mine. Well, there was a murder, yes, but done by marauding vagabonds, they say, where three highways meet. And then the son, not 3 days old, is left by Laius, through other hands, of course, upon a trackless hillside, his ankles pierced together. So there, Apollo fails to make the son his father's murderer, and fails to make the father, Laius, sick with dread, murdered by his son. All foreseen by fate and seers, of course, and all to be forgotten. If the god would have the future told, then let the god himself divine it.